These are the stories of the people who enrich our community.
Calling Kent Home Council Edition. Meet the men and women of your Kent City Council. We asked them a number of questions, including what inspired you to run for City Council?
What really inspired me was that I've lived here for the last 22 years. I've seen the city change dramatically, and there are times as a business owner and even a homeowner here, I read the papers and I see that the city is looking to change things, and there's been a couple things that I wasn't happy about. And it got to the point where I thought, you know what, I can complain all I want, but if I can't come up with solutions, then I shouldn't be complaining. And so I thought, you know, why don't I throw my name in the hat and say, hey, I want to be part of the solution. And so that's why I did it. I had people come to me and say, Jim, we need you to run, and we've seen what you've done in other boards and what you did at the school district and on the school board. And so I was inspired by that, of course, but I thought, you know, in looking at the challenges that the city has had over the years, I thought that I could be a part of some solutions there, and that's why I ran.
What was the most surprising change you've seen in Kent?
When I first moved to Kent just about 22 years ago, at that point in time, I think we were at roughly 37,000 people in this city, and now we're well over 124,000. And what has really changed, that I've seen it over the years, is the diverse population that we now live in. And sure, there's some challenges that come with that in terms of the communication piece and getting people to understand, you know, here's how things work in this country as opposed to what they've been used to, and get people to understand that, you know what, and here you can trust police. They'll take care of you. And so I've seen that as a big change, is the diversity of this community in terms of its population, and also the number of people that we now have.
What long-term changes would you like to see in Kent?
At this point in time, if you look at what we've gone through over the last 7 years, it's been a very rough economic period for not only the citizens of Kent, the businesses of Kent. I've felt it. It's been a rough 7 years, and I've learned to continue to look at, okay, what else can I do to get through this? And I think that Kent is in a position where we need to continue to look at what can we do to help Kent continue to move forward and deliver the services that we need to deliver to the citizens of Kent. And so I see the challenges that we have now is protecting the infrastructure, being able to make sure that the 290 plus miles that we have worth of roads and sewer lines and water lines that are taken care of, and that we have a plan to pay for those replacement of those lines down the road when they do fail, because a lot of these lines are over 40, 50 years old.
How do you describe Kent to a person who has never been here?
I'd like to describe it as a place that I fell in love with and continue to fall in love with 22 years ago when I first moved here on a corporate move. We were looking for a place that has a good school district, a great school district, and we also looked at, you know, a place that's close to the airport, and a place that's close to a metropolitan area, and a place that has very nice parks and rec programs, and it had a country feel to it, and it still does. If you drive some of the back roads, you'll see a lot of farming or farm-like homes, and so Kent still has that. It has a historic aspect of it, and so there's a lot of variations of Kent that is intriguing. We have a valley floor that is full of warehouses and manufacturing that's just incredible. And there's just so much that Kent has to offer. Kent Station, a great place for families and friends to kind of get together and hang out, whether they go out to eat or go to a movie. And then you have Showware. Showware is a great entertainment place. I just went to a concert with my wife a few days ago, and it was a great concert. And so it was well done, and it was 4.5 minutes from my house, and that's what I love about it. And so we have all that here in Kent, and I can't think of a better place to live at this point in my life because of all the things that Kent has to offer.
What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies?
I like to hang out with my family and just really kick the shoes off and have fun and joke around a little bit, and sometimes a lot of bit. You know, with my family, we like to ride. My son has a Harley, I have a Harley. My wife and I will go riding with my son periodically during the spring, but all the time during the summer because I'm a fair weather rider. And I just love doing stuff like that. I love to water ski, so any opportunity that I get to go water skiing, I like to do that. Some hobbies, I like to, well, I guess you can call it a hobby. I'm a power lifter, a competitive power lifter. So each year I compete, and I've been blessed with the fact that I haven't been seriously injured, so I'm still at it. And I think because of that, at my age, I get to compete in an age group and a weight category. I've been able to set some Washington State records, which I'm surprised. But again, I've been blessed with the fact that I haven't been seriously injured, and I'm real careful about what I do when I lift. You know, from the very first day that I knew I was going to become a city council member right after the elections, I started making appointments with the directors and some of the staff members to try to get to know them. And they've been very receptive. I've had an opportunity to spend a lot of times with some of the department heads in having one-on-one meetings, and then as an example, you know, Public Works. We had our sit-down meeting and had some conversations about what they're doing and what they're wanting to do and what, you know, some of the projects that they're working on. But then I said, you know what, let's go out in the field and look at them. Let's go tour. And so I've had a number of tours with several department heads, and I believe that the best way to really understand what's happening in the city is to go out and look at it and see it, and ask questions in that process. I've had the opportunity to be asked to chair the Public Safety Committee, and I am just so impressed with our police department, our police chief. There's a very sincere effort being made to improve what they do for the community.